Good morning, everyone. Blake here at Geek Out. You know what day it is? It's a new comic book day. Let's get right to it. All right, so as always, along the top, we have special covers and stuff that you definitely don't want to miss, so come and check that out. We're going to start right here with Marvel this week, and the Marvel True Believers, which is, of course, the reprint of classic stories, only for $1, but you get the really cool stuff. Right now, they're doing a lot of the What If stuff. These two were from last week. These two are from this week, but we like to offer them because they're cool and they're only $1. Pretty cool, huh? So what if Doctor Doom had become a hero? What if Spider-Man had rescued Gwen Stacy? What if Jane Foster had found the hammer of Thor? We already know the answer to that. It was called The Mighty Thor. It was a series we did. Anyway, this one's a little bit different, so you might want to read that. And what if the Avengers had fought evil during the 1950s? Has 3D Man, Quasar, a few other things. Pretty cool. All right, new out this week. Amazing Spider-Man number 7. As Guardians of the Galaxy number 1, the second printing. The cool thing that Marvel's doing a lot of with the extra reprinting stuff and second, third, fourth printings of stuff is in case you missed it, you get to read it. And a lot of those are actually a much smaller print run than the original print run. So some of them are actually more collectible even than the first print run. Avengers number 9 with Namor. Hopefully Namor gets his own movie soon. That'll be cool. Speaking of second printing, this is the 5th printing of Avengers number 2. Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider number 25. Captain America number 4. This is a really great series. If you like Captain America at all, you should be reading this. It's really good. It's one of our staff picks this week. Domino number 7. Second printings on both Edge of Spider-Geddon number 1 and number 2. Exiles number 9. Pretty cool stuff there. Extermination number 2, the second printing on that one as well. Another second printing, Hunt for Wolverine Dead Ends, number 1. Not a second printing, Iceman number 2. The Immortal Hulk number 7. Loving the Immortal Hulk. They're treating him more like a horror book, like it should have been all along. This is a really cool one. And check out that cover by Alex Ross. That's pretty cool. Infinity Wars number 4. It's getting pretty good, y'all. Infinity Wars, the reprint of issue 1, so you can get on from the beginning. And one of the big things this week from Marvel is Spider-Geddon number 1. You definitely want to be reading this. This is, if you are a Spider collector at all or Spider-Man fan, you definitely want to check that out. That's very, very cool. Spider-Man Deadpool number 40. Solo, Star Wars story. The adaptation of the movie right there. Star Wars Tales from Vader's Castle. I don't know why I put that over here. It's from IDW, but probably because it's Star Wars. And you should probably check that out. It's one of the all-ages book. It's a lot of fun. The 5th printing and 4th printing, respectively, on Venom, number 1 and number 2. And I know for a fact that Ryan Stegman was really happy to do these. He really liked doing the alternate versions on these. And that number 1 is kind of the quick, rough sketches that he did for the cover of Venom number 1. Speaking of Venom number 7, this is one of the variants out this week, and I love that cover. It's pretty awesome. Check that out for sure. Number 7, Venom is a really, really hot book right now. Venom First Host, the second printing for number 1 on that, in case you missed it. One of the cool new What If titles right here is What If Peter Parker became the Punisher? So that's a pretty cool thought. X-23, number 5. X-Men Black Mojo, number 1. Definitely want to pick that up if you are an X fan or a long shot fan or anything like that. Then we got a couple of other books in here that we kind of fill in a little gaps there. Trade paperbacks or graphic novels, as many people call them. Battle for the Labyrinth. It's a Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan story. It's pretty cool if you're a Percy Jackson fan. Quantum Mechanics. This is a story about a couple of kids that actually have to do mechanics on a quantum traveling space machine. You definitely want to, it's a lot of fun if you're a science fiction fan. Make a Nerdy Living. How to turn your passions into profit with advice from nerds around the globe. Some of y'all may want to read that. It's pretty cool. I think I may want to need to read that, even though I have the comic shop. All right, Venom Dark Origin is a graphic novel from Marvel as well. Moving to our indies, as you know, we love indies here. Speaking of indies, you can see right up here at the top, we feature a local indie creator up here. This one is Amanda Reeves, and she will be in shop next weekend signing copies of this. You can go ahead and pick it up now. You get that poster with any purchase there of her comics. We love our indie creators here, and we always try to spotlight them whenever we can. And look at our calendar for upcoming signing appearances, whether they are big nationally known creators or, like I said, local indies, and we will get that going too. So let's get right to the indie comics. Archie, the saga so far, that was from last week, but it's only $1, so we still have it up here because Archie's Halloween special is this week as well. So definitely check that out just in time for Halloween. One of our staff picks this week from our buddies over at Action Lab is Albert Einstein Time Mason. Man, this is a fun little book. If you like time travel at all, you definitely want to check that out. The Amory Wars, number 12, that wraps up that series from Claudio Sanchez from, as you know, Coheed and Cambria. So that's wrapping that series up. Pretty cool. Animosity, number 16. Loving that cover right there. We have lots of Animosity stuff in here because we love that series, and it's not just because I do some of the special covers for them every once in a while. We actually love that series by itself. From our buddies over at Aftershock, it's really cool. Artifact 1, number 1. The Black Knight, number 1. One of our staff picks again this week is Bully Wars, number 2. Crowded, which is kind of what the future of social media is like. You definitely want to check that out. A Clash of Kings, if you are a Game of Thrones fan. We're up to issue number 13 on that one. Dread, Final Judgment. This is the first issue in that 2-issue series right there. Moving on, another one is Elric the White Wolf. If you were an Elric fan and read any of those books, you definitely want to check this out. It's number 2 going on. Our buddy Rob Guillory's new series, Farmhand. You might know Rob because he did from his work on Chew, which was also a really fun book. You definitely want to be reading that if you like that at all. Rob's doing great work on that. Go-Go Power Rangers from our friends at Boom, number 13. The Hot Lunch Special from our friends at Aftershock. It's number 3. Impossible Incorporated, number 2. One of the new science fiction books out this week is Infinite Dark. It's a pretty cool little sci-fi romp. If you're a sci-fi fan, this one and one we'll get to in just a second are a great pairing for this week. So you definitely would check that out. Just in time for Halloween, Jughead the Hunger, number 9. This is definitely a monster book. Not really a... Don't let the Jughead part fool you. That just happens to be the characters. This is a really sophisticated romp with monsters, and I think you'll like it a lot if you like monsters. Werewolves, Frankenstein, etc. Kick-Ass number 8, the new Kick-Ass series. You can tell by the cover what's going down there. This is the other science fiction book I was talking about from our buddies at Aftershock, The Last Space Race, number 1. Pair that up with Infinite Dark, and that's a pretty cool little pairing for sci-fi this week. Definitely science-y in space. Moth and Whisper, number 2. If you are a rock and roll fan, a punk fan, etc., you got Murder Falcon, number 1 this week from Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. There's some people that have been looking forward to this for sure. Newberry and Hobbs is also new this week with number 2. Issue number 4 of the New Lieutenants of Metal. Ninja K number 12. I wouldn't want to be staring down that gun with saw blades and everything. That's kind of interesting. Oblivion Song number 8 coming in. That story is getting pretty exciting too. If you're a Walking Dead fan, Robert Kirkman fan, you definitely want to be reading this. This is his new passion. He's still doing great on Walking Dead, and we'll get to Walking Dead stuff in a little bit, but this is definitely his new passion. Project Superpowers number 3 and Quantum Age number 3, which of course is from the Black Hammer. Pretty cool thing. A couple of quantum things this week. Red Sonja and Tarzan number 5. Another number 1, Riptide. Not just another day on the beach, as you can tell from the classic movie poster looking thing on there. Robotech number 13. Rose is back this month with number 13 as well. Love Rose. We here at the shop have one of the original art pieces, one of only, I think it's 5, that was in the Image black box. If you remember, they did those. We have one of the originals from that. It's pretty cool. We'd like to show it to you. If you want it, it is available. 7 to Eternity number 11. Another highly anticipated book this week is Shades of Magic, The Steel Prince. So definitely check that out. That's a pretty hot little book. Shadow Roads coming in right there also. Number 4. All right. She Could Fly, number 4. Transformers Unicron, number 5. Unnatural, number 4. A lot of folks reading this series really, really, really dig it. This was a foreign series before it came to the U.S. It was a French series first, and now it's over here. So it's all in English. You don't have to worry about the translations. It's already done. Voltron, number 4. The Weatherman, number 5. Jody, Nathan, and Dave are doing great jobs on this book. Definitely check that out. Exo Manowar 19 is also celebrating 75 issues of Exo Manowar. And the Terrifics, the first graphic novel right there, is from the first 6 issues of it. So if you didn't read the Terrifics, it's your chance to catch up. It's got Plastic Man and Metamorpho and Mr. Terrific and some other stuff. It's really, really cool. Definitely check it out. All right, so let's get to some DC stuff this week. And all the DC covers this week, except for a few issues, are foil. So pretty cool. So we got Catwoman number 4 foil, Detective 990, Flash 56, Hawkman 5, which is probably one of my favorite foils this week. There's some really good ones, but that's right up there. House of Whispers from Sandman Universe is not foil, but this is such a good book. You should be reading this. Plastic Man number 5 is also not foil, but you know, it's a 6-issue series, so I understand. Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 27. Excuse me, it's not Red Hood and the Outlaws anymore. It's just Red Hood Outlaw. Check out the X'd out bat for the family. Yeah, wonder what that's about. All right, Scooby Apocalypse number 30. One of the cool things about Scooby is I love that alternate cover right there. Just had to show it to you. If you're a Walking Dead fan, an Apocalypse fan, any kind of horror fan, this is a book you should not overlook. This book is consistently knocking it out of the park every week. It is not the Scooby you know. It has no relation other than the characters are named that. Definitely check it out. We have the trade paperback so you can get caught up real fast. This is one of my favorite series from DC right now. It's really, really cool. Suicide Squad 47, Supergirl 23, which is my favorite foil cover this week. I love the blue eyes there. That is pretty awesome. Superman number 4, Titans 27, Michael Cray number 12. That's from Wildstorm, of course. Wonder Woman 56, which is where the Witching Hour Part 2 picks up. If you read Witching Hour last week, you definitely want to check that out. And then we got back in All-Star Superman and Brightest Day. We also have some of the blanks from 24-Hour Comic Day available as a set, so you can get those. One of the big things this week is The Walking Dead. As you know, Saturday is Walking Dead Day, and we have some other special stuff just for that day. But right now, what they did is they released a new number 1 with Charlie Adlard. Did the cover on that. Kind of reminiscent of the first cover, obviously, but we have a comic shop in the background back there. Kind of looks like us, huh? Yeah. All right, and then you see all these black bag issues. All of these issues are new special covers of all these issues, and this is the current Walking Dead issue. But, so these are all first appearances or deaths of a character or something like that. And with that, we don't know what those covers look like because they're in a black bag. And so that means that you can get that. It's polysealed. Special covers on all those issues. You can catch up on your favorite issues. You can read an issue you might have missed, as well as get the special number 1 issue as well. I do know that coming up on Walking Dead Day, which is Saturday, we have a special origin type issue up there, and we do have the special set, which is the 1, 2, and 3 compendiums, which is the first 144 issues of Walking Dead. Special appearance of the Governor, Michonne, the Here's Negan special is in there as well, and lots of cool stuff. But these Walking Dead things right here are going to go fast, and you need to get them while you can. A lot of this other stuff, there's people been looking for them as well. So a lot of really cool stuff this week, and just amazing amount of cool stuff. It's a great time to be in comics. So we'll see you soon. We got it all right here at Geek Out. We'll see you. Have a good day.